Alright guys, welcome back to the Detroit Lions franchise, and we are in the Super Bowl, and to see who we're playing against here, we are going to advance. And looking at the Pro Bowl here, obviously we have no players in the Pro Bowl because we are in the Super Bowl, and I just saw out of the corner of my eye who we're playing against. We're going to upgrade Eric Stokes, get him to up to an 80 overall, and 83 after kind of team performance and morale boost. Cooper getting an upgrade, and he is going to go up to a 99 overall finally. And I actually kind of thought he was a 99 already, but I guess he was not. Kind of interesting. I thought he was. Baron Browning getting another upgrade, and we want to make him a little bit more balanced, upgrade his pass coverage a little bit at outside linebacker, and he gets +3 to zone. That's a huge boost. And his zone is up to almost 70 now with some boosts. Now we are going to go ahead and advance to the Super Bowl, and we are playing the Los Angeles Chargers. In the Los Angeles Chargers, if you guys did not know, obviously you can see that they have TJ Watt, but they also have Tom Brady on the roster. And before we get into everything, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my players, go through Super Bowl Media Day, and look at the yearly awards. To start off with, we're going to look at the yearly awards. And looking at MVP, Josh Allen ended up winning MVP. Did we have anyone that finished in the top 10? It looks like we did not. In the NFC, Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Taylor with a couple follow-ups, and Cooper finishing at number 10. Definitely finished a little bit lower than he was kind of like polling at earlier in the season. Defensive Player of the Year, we do not have anyone. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jameson Williams wins that over Sky Moore and George Pickens. Defensive Rookie of the Year, unfortunately, Tariq eventually getting up to the number 4 spot, but not able to win it, and neither is Christian Harris. Two outstanding rookies that had amazing seasons for us. I'd be surprised, and I'd be very curious to see what Trent McDuffie and Trayvon Walker did that made them so much higher than Tariq and Christian Harris. Best QB, I do not think we're going to have Kirk up there, and he's not. Best running back, we do not have a best running back up there. Honestly, it's probably because Ramondre did not have enough rushing touchdowns this season. Best wide receiver, Cooper's up there at number 4. And that's it. Best O-line, Batonio, Lindsley are both back up there. Zeitler's up there. And that's it. But 3 O-linemen in the top. And then Batonio winning it all. Best D-line, Aaron Donald at number 1. And we have no one on the D-line. Surprising, even though our D-line has been so balanced. And what's been surprising is that we have no one in the top 10 on the D-line. But our D-line has been so elite, especially in this playoff. Getting a lot of pressure. At linebacker, we do not have anyone. And at DB, Surtain at the number 1 spot, finishing with those 2 interceptions for pick sixes. Well, I guess he had 3 interceptions total in our last game of the season. And that skyrocketed him up to number 1. And Tariq, as a rookie, getting up to number 7 on the list. And Isaiah Simmons at number 9 as well. So having 3 DBs on the list is great to see. And I don't think we have our kicker on there. Cade York actually did finish 5th. So he ended up getting up there. But that is the yearly awards. So the reporter noted the reporter noted that I'm the first head coach to ever lead the Lions to the Super Bowl. What does it mean? For the fans, really. It's for the fans. Being able to give the fans a chance to experience our first championship is wonderful. Now we just got to go out and finish business. We're going to look at weekly strategy here. And really, the short passing game with Tom Brady is elite. They have Miles Sanders as well, but we are going to worry about the short pass. One other thing, though, too, with player health is we're going to go half pads. And, yeah, focusing on short passing, defensively, or offensively, I should say, we are going to go half pads as well. And it looks like they're pretty great in run support. They're pretty good at defense as well in the pass game. And it's saying blitz counter. I'm going to stick with that for now. And we have our offense at half pad, so hopefully we have no injuries. And we still have Tariq and Jameson and Christian Harris as our focus players. And we get a couple different game plan boosts here that are going to be beneficial. And does anyone get an upgrade from that? We do have some more upgrades, potentially just from winning the awards. Jameson getting 1 upgrade, which is nice to see. We're going to upgrade him as a playmaker a little bit more here. And so he's an 83 overall with some boosts getting him up to an 85. And with superstar development still, Just so good. We finally got to see his development trait. Surtain, we're going to almost get him up to a 95. He's a 94 right now. And he gets man coverage and press in that upgrade. And he is an X Factor now. And I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, what do we want to change here? Okay, we're going to make him a zone hawk, even though he is, best at man coverage right now. And bonus fatigue that are man coverage after successful press wins. We're going to switch that and switch to pick artist. And I want to focus on kind of having, let's see. We're going to go ahead and go to one step ahead. So he is going to be a lockdown corner in man and zone. One thing I will say is, watching Tom Brady enter into the Arizona Stadium for the Super Bowl brings some flashbacks as a Seahawks fan playing in Super Bowl 49, where we lost to the Patriots on the Malcolm Butler interception at the goal line. And obviously we are going to opt to try to get a different performance this time playing Tom Brady with the Lions. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at their roster. And Ashton Dulin is on the kick return here. Tom Brady at quarterback with Matt Corral as the backup. At halfback, Miles Sanders and A.J. Dillon, two really good running backs. Devontae Smith as the #1 receiver, and then Calvin Ridley, Cedric Wilson, and John Ross. At tight end, Gerald Everett, Noah Gray. Left tackle, they have Trent Williams, and they have a good O-line overall. At left end, Shelby Harris, Yetur Gross-Matos, probably butchered that one. Jordan Davis, really solid D tackle. TJ Watt at left outside linebacker, so they have a very good defense. Denzel Perryman, Alex Highsmith, Byron Murphy Jr., Steven Nelson, Joanne Williams, I'm guessing that's how you say it. A solid young corner, and Ambry Thomas, Eddie Jackson at free safety, and then Chuck Clark at strong safety with Grant Pitt as the backup. Just a solid all-around team. They've got a lot of star players. And here we go. The moment that Lions fans have been waiting for. The beginning of the game in the Super Bowl. A game that the Lions have never been to before. And Tom Brady is stepping out onto the field. And we are going to have our probably most difficult matchup of the season here against Tom Brady. We're playing man coverage to start off with here. And even Devin McCourty's an X Factor. Forcing the punch out immediately. Great coverage to start off with. On a slant route as well. And Surtain is looking really solid. Watching stuff over the middle. Tom's got time. Gets it out. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. Playing man coverage again here in cover 1. 3rd and 2. And they're going to fake it. Read option with Tom Brady. Getting a big hit. But he does pick up the first. And clearly, out of the Chargers playbook, having Tom Brady on a read option is wild. We definitely did not see that one coming. A couple slants over the middle. And Christian Harris kind of trips up a little bit. Trying to get a big hit here. And I believe that's Noah Gray that does almost pick up the first down. And it was a first, so they're at the 47 now. Watching stuff underneath. Flat is there. And breaking a couple tackles. Picking up the first again here. Tom Brady just being a surgeon, dissecting this defense so far. Again, this is one of the more difficult matchups we've had. Definitely at QB. Again, the NFC does not have a lot of elite quarterbacks, so this is one of the rare occasions where we're going to have to play against one of the best QBs in the NFL right now, and obviously the greatest quarterback of all time. Kind of watching the quick out here, but they still are able to complete it. And Miles Sanders picks up the first before going out of bounds at the 16. And they're in a little bit of a single back here with 2 tight ends. We're watching the run. Getting to it quickly there, and he only gains 1 yard on the run. It's going to be 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Giving it to Sanders again. And we get the hit just at the 1 yard line. Able to get there finally. But they had really great blocking on that play, and I couldn't get there with Christian Harris. We're going to run commit full out here. Run it straight up the middle, and they fumble at the 1, but they pick it back up. Wow, very lucky on that play. And delivering the huge hit was none other than Christian Harris on the play. Absolutely destroying their third running back because A.J. Dillon, that's not A.J. Dillon, that's White. But forcing the fumble, getting it down at the 1, but the O-line is able to recover. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2 after nearly forcing the turnover on the previous play. And see if we can shut them out again here in I form. And they're running it to the left, and we were able to get there with Kenneth Murray Jr., forcing a loss of yards with A.J. Dillon. And see if they mix it up here on this play, or whether or not they stay. They're still in single back here, so could be a run still. And on 3rd and goal, where we see him dropping back into coverage. Tom Brady's got some time. No one's open, though. And finally, Tom just has to throw it away, trying to hit Trey Hendrickson on top of him. And it's going to be a 4th and goal, and they're probably going to take the field goal here. So the defense bending a little bit on the drive, but not breaking and almost forcing the turnover at the 1-yard line. Getting some good blocks, and we might have something here, taking it up at least to the 35. A solid return by Marquise Goodwin. And Kirk stepping out onto the field for the first time with his offense. And this is an opportunity to come down here, score a touchdown, and take the lead. In single back here, we got Cordarrelle in the backfield. Running it on our first play. Breaking 1 tackle. Getting it only for 2 yards, though. Throwing it underneath to Jamison. He does pick up the catch, almost the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. And that was the end of the first, so it's going to be the beginning of the 2nd quarter here on 3rd and 1, and we're just going to run it with Ramondre. And let's test and see if they can stop us here with TJ Watt. And we don't quite get the first. And they do get the stop. And at the 44, we're going to go ahead and punt. And we're going to try to coffin kick them so we can get them at the 1. And that is going to be just out of the back of the end zone. So it's going to be at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10 in a very balanced single back formation with 2 tight ends on the outside and 2 receivers. Could be anything right here to pass, and they're doing a bench, and they get it underneath for only a gain of 1. Now we need one of those textbook defensive plays that have bailed us out, and Tariq Woolen gets the interception. He breaks the tackle too, but he ends up getting tackled regardless by Devontae Smith. But just a bad throw there by Tom Brady, and just as I was saying, we need a textbook defensive play to get us back in this game here. It happens, and Tariq is the one making the play for us. On this route here, they had a little bit of a zig on the underneath route, and kind of like an in route, a little bit of a crosser up above. Seemed like it might have been a miscommunication on what they were supposed to be doing, and Tariq is just able to get it for free. Cedric Wilson's not in the play, and it is intercepted, and eventually Devontae Smith finally tackles Tariq. Now we're already in field goal range, but obviously we don't want to settle for a field goal, but wow. Breaking through immediately and getting us for 0 yards on the run. Now we have Mercedes Lewis in right now, and we're going to have to make some adjustments. We don't want Mercedes Lewis in on passing downs. Throwing underneath, that was a risky play that could have been picked off by Denzel Perryman. We got all 3 tight ends in here, but Colby is out or something. I got to check. We got over the top, Mercedes Lewis picking up the first, dragging a defender with him. Huge catch. One of his few all season. Throwing it over the top, almost gets intercepted by TJ Watt off of the tip. Getting pressure to Kirk Cousins quickly there. Running the football again here, this time with Cordarrelle, and we get nothing again. Wow, their run defense is fantastic. We got Cooper underneath in the backfield here, and could be using him as a little bit of a misdirect. And I don't see anyone really open. We get to the back left corner of the end zone, though, and Jamison is there for the TD. We get it dropped just in time before Kirk is about to get sacked. And really, The big thing here was Julio dragged everyone with him back into the end zone, and both Cooper and Jamison were kind of open, and off of Kirk Cousins' back foot, able to get it away before TJ Watt can get there, and just lofted the pass perfectly over Highsmith for the touchdown. And already the rookies have made themselves known in this game. Christian Harris forcing a fumble, and Tariq with an interception, and then now Jameson Williams with a crucial touchdown. And now we lead 7-3. And our rookies have been the highlight of this season, the highlight of this team, the highlight of this game so far. And, you know, I expected them to have an impact on this team, but I wasn't so sure it was going to be this quickly. On the run, getting there is Kenneth Murray Jr., getting only 2 yards on the run. Now they got a shotgun set here on 2nd and 8. We're watching stuff over the top. Watching stuff over the middle, getting it to the outside though, and getting it to Cedric Wilson. It's gonna be 3rd and 4. We're gonna go into cover 1 here, and we're gonna let Surtain do his work. But over to the side here, Browning just got beat one-on-one with Gerald Everett, and they pick up the first down. And that is the 2-minute warning. So they have all 3 of their timeouts. We have all 3 of ours. We're just gonna see what they plan on doing in this drive. Washington over the middle, and it gets intercepted by Surtain. He reads the play completely on the curl, and Sanders able to push Surtain out of bounds, but a huge pick. And our young players are doing all of the work for us right now. Cordarrelle on the run. Not able to break anything, and it's going to be a gain of 0 yards. In pistol. I like Jameson over the middle, and it gets intercepted. Just a little too slow of a pass there, couldn't quite rifle it in to Jameson Williams, and Eddie Jackson comes up with a huge pick. And they've got it back here at the minute 30 now, and just a really bad interception by Kirk Cousins. Dropping back into coverage, watching it, but they throw it down the seam. Getting a big hit is Isaiah Simmons. They're at the 30, and they're going to start running no huddle here, I bet. They do have all 3 timeouts. We got to get back into coverage here quickly. Throwing it over the middle to Gerald Everett again, this time Kenneth Murray with the hit. And they finally use a timeout on 2nd and 3. Now we're getting into our big nickel package here, but Browning is on the field. That is not what I want to see, actually. Putting him into zone coverage. Playing underneath, but a breakaway by Devontae Smith. And Tariq Woolen can't get there. Can Isaiah Simmons get there? He does tackle him finally down at the 10-yard line, but Tariq Woolen getting beat one-on-one by Devontae Smith. Did not see that one coming, actually. And we're sending a blitz with Tariq this time. And it can't get through over the middle, and it gets caught by Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith carrying this offense right now for them. And they take a 10-7 lead with 40 seconds left. But we do have all 3 of our timeouts. We can get down and make a play, possibly get a field goal. We'll see. Almost getting the block. I think that was Isaiah Simmons again there. On the return is Marquise Goodwin with a, definitely a very extra spin. We got good blocks though, and no one's gonna get to him. Marquise Goodwin showing up most when we needed him, and gets the kick return touchdown. And this is just an amazing play coming right back after they scored the touchdown with Devontae Smith. And Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd kick return touchdown of the season, coming in the Super Bowl. A huge play from Marquise Goodwin, giving us momentum back in this game. From the 25-yard line. We'll see what they do here with this much time left. We're watching over the middle, and they try to throw it out the back left, and that's not going to be a catch. It's going to be out of bounds. Eric Stokes on the coverage. But Tom with 2 interceptions in the game. Very unlike him, carrying his team at this point to the Super Bowl. He's kind of folding right now. And we played great coverage on that out route to Devontae. And with 20 seconds left, they do call their last timeout. With 20 seconds left, I'm not sure what they plan to accomplish here. Probably trying to come down and get a field goal if they can. We're in man coverage, cover 1 here. We got support with, oh man, Isaiah Simmons just not able to get there. And can we get there in time? Gerald Everett finally going to get tackled down, and they're not going to have enough time to get this field goal off. And a big run after the catch, but he does not get out of bounds, and that costs them 3 points. We start the second half with the football. And we were lucky that they did not get out of bounds in that last play. And Marquise Goodwin on the return. Can he make magic happen again? Getting good blocks. The first return he had was to the 35. The second was for a TD, and this one here, getting it only back to the 25, but, you know, not a bad return. A lot of the times, we don't even get back to the 25 on our kick returns. So Marquise Goodwin, letting him have he's having a great game so far, just utilizing him as much as we can. And trying to throw it outside here to Julio. Julio comes up and gets a big catch. And so far, the run game has not been there, but this is one of those games where if we can't run the football against their really good D-line, then we might have to just throw it. And so far, we've had success. Over the middle again is Julio. Julio with the big catch. Juking one defender. Finally going down at the 41. And let's see if we can make Colby get a play here. This looks like man coverage potentially. It's actually zone. Got Corderell underneath. Can't quite break anything there. Picks up 2 yards. Being nice and safe with the ball, not forcing anything when we don't need to. From the 2nd and 8 here, running a little counter. Can't really do much with the football. It's going to be 3rd and 7. I'm watching underneath. I'm watching the outside with Julio. And that's an inaccurate pass under pressure very quickly there. And it's going to be 4th and 7. So we're going to take the field goal. See if we can make it with Cade York here. It's going to be a 55-yarder. We've got the power, we've got the accuracy, and this is going to be right through. And we take a touchdown lead. From the 25, Tom Brady in an empty shotgun, watching stuff over the middle, playing cover 1 defense here, and taking a shot. It's going to be out of bounds again. Each one of these shot plays lately have been definitely sailing out of bounds. Not a lot of accuracy going on here, and I think Tom is starting to feel the pressure a little bit from this D-line, it feels like. Christian Harris not able to get the tackle on Miles Sanders, but he does eventually go down at the 28. Dropping back into coverage, watching the underneath routes. Tom Brady slinging a pass out left to Cedric Wilson, and it's going to be 4th and 4, and they're going to punt the ball. We're going to try a little play action here on the first play in strong. Or I think this is weak, I'm not actually sure. In play action, we've got time. Throwing it over to Jameson. Gets his feet in bounds for the big reception. And Kirk is not even at 100 passing yards yet here midway through the 3rd quarter. Mostly because the Chargers have been on offense a lot more than us. And they full out run commit here to stop us, sending a huge blitz. Actually, they weren't. They were in cover 4. Kind of surprising. They got so much pressure. Filling the gaps quickly in the run game. Watching underneath, throwing it to Jameson, and Jameson, with his speed, able to make more happen after the catch and picking up the 1st down. Kirk Cousins eclipses up 100 yards for the game. Little play action again here. Throwing it up, one-on-one with Cooper. Cooper gets just knocked down, though, on the catch. It's going to be an incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 43. We're going to run a little reverse bench here. And it looks like it's zone coverage again. Getting pressure on us. Julio one-on-one can't make the catch from the 43-yard line. Now, we just need to be able to get into field goal range. So if we don't get the first, it's not the end of the world. But we do want to make sure we have a chance to kick this one. Throwing it underneath here to Julio, and Julio gets tackled at the 40. And we should be in range for another long field goal. This one, a 56-yarder from Cade York, already hitting a long one in this game. And this is right down the line. Perfect kick from our rookie kicker. Making big plays in the kicking game so far. And we take a 2-possession lead, up 20-10. And we are 1 quarter away from winning the Lions their first Super Bowl in our inaugural season in this fantasy franchise. And a team that has never even made it to the Super Bowl before. This would be a perfect start to our franchise. Miles Sanders out right here, watching stuff underneath. Devontae Smith with the catch, get up to the 33. But you can never sleep on Tom Brady making a comeback in the Super Bowl. It's happened way too many times. I know all too well what's happened in this stadium in the Super Bowl with Tom Brady. And they get one more playoff before the end of the 3rd. And Christian Harris with a huge hit, but Miles Sanders just able to pick up the 1st down. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Going into the 4th quarter, and we have 116 offensive yards. Our defense has completely carried us in this game. And we got to hope that they continue to do that. Playing with the lead is huge, though. When our defense is playing this well, our offense doesn't have to make all too many plays. Devontae Smith, though, oh my God. Devontae Smith on the out. And Isaiah Simmons misses the tackle. And Devontae Smith taking all the way for the TD. And that was a big breakdown in coverage there. And just a bad missed tackle by Isaiah Simmons. And it is back to a 3-point game just like that. Again, we were just saying that you can never count Tom Brady out in a close game in the Super Bowl. And now, again, only a 3-point game. Marquise Goodwin, can he make magic happen on another kick return? The blocks are looking good. Almost able to break this one away, too. Getting it only to the 28, but there were not many people in front of him. We're going to give Ramondre another chance here to run the football. We only have 1 rushing yard in this game. Ramondre following his blockers, picking up a couple yards. Not bad so far. And now that we do have the lead here, they do have all 3 timeouts, but we can just try to use this clock up as much as we possibly can. Of course, getting first downs is still critical, so we can't just waste all the clock and not pick up yards. Getting good blocks. Again, Ramondre breaking a couple tackles and getting it up and making it a 3rd and manageable situation here, but we are going to be passing the football here on 3rd and 4. This is our bread and butter man beater, sometimes a zone beater as well. You already know what it probably is. It's Jamison on a zig, and he's wide open. Breaking off 1 tackle, bringing it almost up to the 50 at the 46. Giving Ramondre another opportunity to run the football. Blocks are looking great. We're just following. Breaking another tackle, doing a little spin, getting down to the 39. Ramondre now with 20 rushing yards, and they are not prepared for Ramondre to run the ball. Got Julio underneath here, throwing it out wide. TJ Watt getting a hand on it, though. 3.5 minutes left. The clock is stopped after the incompletion. I don't like what I'm seeing. Throwing it up, and a risky pass almost gets picked. I don't know what we're doing with Kirk Cousins. Scrambling out right and throwing it back left. Definitely should have just thrown that one away. Throwing it over the middle to Julio, and he holds on. Huge completion on 3rd and 10 to keep the drive alive. Put us down at the 19. And there are 3 minutes left here, and the clock is running. And they got no one over the middle here, and Cordarrelle's going to have an opportunity to run with good blocks coming in, but TJ Watt getting there just in time. Down at the 16. We got Cooper out here running a corner route. I'm looking for him, but we'll see if he's able to get open on this play action. I don't see it. And we're just going to throw this one away. Don't want to take any chances. 3rd and 8. They got a light box, but we are going to pass here. And in man coverage, Jamison able to come back, catch it, going away from his body. It's 4th and 1. And we're going to take the field goal here after the 2-minute warning. Now, 4th and 1 from the 9. You could argue that we should go for it here, but actually, the kick is just barely good. All right, so we have a 6-point lead. We can just not give up a TD. And we'll see if we can get some pressure here with our elite D-line. Watching stuff over the middle. Able to get a completion there outside to Calvin Ridley. Still a minute 54 left. Still a lot of time in this game. We have all of our timeouts. Run a little man blitz here. See if we can get some pressure. Underneath. Getting to Calvin Ridley again. 2nd and 6. And Tom Brady with 300 passing yards in this game. Significantly outperforming in yards at least Kirk Cousins. Throwing another short completion here. Picking up the 1st down. And they're just throwing a lot of really short outs to their receivers. And we're not able to really cover it. Tom Brady getting the ball very fast here. This time throwing it underneath again to Gerald Everett. And Surtain hitting him a little bit after the play. 2nd and 6 with a minute and a half still left. Dropping back into big nickel here now. Because they're so focused on passing. They could be running the ball, honestly, here. Playing underneath. Almost getting the interception with Christian Harris, but they do pick up the 1st down. Wow. I thought we had the pick there. Play action. We're watching over the top. Oh my God, he's wide open. Cedric Wilson. I'm not sure what happened here. We got to review this. Oh, there's not enough time. They're in no huddle. Almost intercepted by Surtain, but it's a touchdown to Cedric Wilson again. Cedric Wilson with 2 back-to-back huge catches for TDs. And they're going for the PAT here. No reason to go for 2. And they have taken a 1-point lead if they make this PAT with 40 seconds left. We have all 3 timeouts, though. A 1-point game. 1-point game. All we need is a field goal. Okay, you're already hitting 250-yarders. And obviously we need to be passing here with this much time left. I don't know why I tried to run the ball. I'm feeling shook a little bit. Got a little bit of pressure on us now. Now, a little bit of dangerous out here to Cooper. I'm not sure if this is actually going to be open. And really, it's not. Oh, my God. And it was intercepted, and no one's there. Grant Delpit coming up with the pick 6. And it's not over yet. It's not over yet. There's still time. The objective has not changed. This time, we just have to get a TD to tie, though, not to win. We got Jamison on the one-on-one. Can he come down and make a play? He catches the football! And we got 2 timeouts, so we're going to use one. 19 seconds left. Jamison with a huge catch. Can Jamison get us in the end zone? Jamison over the middle. Almost holds on to it, but he just drops it. Oh, my God. 13 seconds left. We do have 1 more timeout still, so we got probably 2 more shots here to get into the end zone. Jamison in man coverage. Does he have enough time? Get to the back corner. It gets tipped away. 8 seconds left. And this has got to be our best play of the season for us to score a TD here. And this is a play that has been working consistently for us with Jamison. We'll see if it works this play. They got 2 safeties back. Throwing it over the middle. Jamison down at the 1. We have to get in the end zone with 3 seconds left. Who do we trust most here? Who do we trust most? I'm getting it to Cooper. Cooper on the curl, holds on to it for the TD. And we have to convert a 2-point conversion now. What a set of plays by Jamison Cooper, getting us in position with only 20 seconds. And we score the touchdown, and now we have to get a 2-point conversion. Okay, we got some spacing on the right side, and then we got Cooper on the slant. He's not open, but Jamison is there! He holds on to it despite the pressure from TJ Watt. He holds on to it, and it's tied. We're going into overtime in the Super Bowl. We're going into OT. Jamison carrying us, and Cooper with the touchdown. Oh my God. The Lions, we have won the toss. Now remember, we're going to elect to receive. Remember, in the playoffs, even if we score a touchdown, they have the opportunity to come down and score a TD to tie. That is a new rule in the playoffs now, in overtime. So, obviously, we want to score a touchdown, but even if we do score the touchdown, it's not the end of the game. Marquise Goodwin on the return, and we are going to take it out of the end zone this time. Getting decent blocks. Getting up to the 24. Cooper's on the streak. I don't necessarily like it, though. We do have Jamison underneath, and he holds on and just falls down. And Kirk just getting it off just in time for it to not be a sack. On the run, Ramondre getting good blocks. Getting it up to the 42. 2nd and 5 now. And it's so hard to focus on talking right now about what I'm going to do versus actually just coming down here to score this touchdown. Run a little play action here with Cordarrelle. See if they bite on it at all. We don't really have anyone open here. We just got to throw it away. It's going to be 3rd and 5. We have to convert. Do we punt if we don't get this? I don't even want to think about that at this point. Okay, this is our textbook play here. Bringing Jamison over in motion. And it is zone coverage. See what happens on this play. Throwing off his back foot. Jamison one-on-one. Can't go up and get it this time. It's going to be incomplete. 4th and 5. And now we have ourselves a question. Do we think we can stop Tom Brady from coming down and at least getting a field goal? Or do we go for it from our own 42? And if we don't get it, they have a field goal automatically. I think we got to trust in this defense despite that last series on defense where they came down and quickly scored the touchdown. We got to trust our defense to bail us out of this game. Getting a good punt off, getting it back. Can we pin him? Oh, and it just goes down. If we could have gotten the 1, that would have been huge, but they're going to start at the 20. And our defense has got to come out here and have an elite first series. We want to get them on a 3rd and out. They're coming out here in a jumbo formation, and they've got all the time in the world. They may be running the ball here. They are running. Getting a big tackle is Kenneth, or that's Christian Harris, actually. 2nd and 9. We're sending a little bit of a zone blitz, and obviously we got to worry about Tom immediately being able to pass the ball off here. Dropping back into coverage. We're playing the underneath, but the second slant is there. Calvin Ridley able to break a tackle. We got to get him. We got to get him down. We got to get him down. Tariq Woolen with the tackle on Calvin Ridley, and they're at the 46. They're almost in position for a field goal. We got to get an all-out stop at this point, and they're in single back, and they know that all they need is a couple more yards for a field goal. We cannot run commit at this point. Okay, they got someone motioning over for a block, I'm guessing. And Isaiah Simmons trying to get through the gap. We stop him for only a gain of 1. On 2nd and 9, back in a shotgun here. And we are at the very end of our ability to play defense here. A little bit of a draw. We had no one there. Trying to force a strip. They're down at the 31, and they're in field goal range. And I don't think they're taking a field goal yet. We got to try and get a strip on Miles Sanders if we can. Now they got Gilliam in the backfield. That's their fullback. We could actually strip him here or force a fumble if they run it here. And they're passing, surprisingly. Trying to force a fumble again here down at the 25, and they're still in position for the field goal. They don't need a touchdown. See what we can do. See if they're passing or running here on 2nd and 4. Get a little motion here with the tight end. This is a run play. Trying to force a fumble. It's 3rd and 3. We got to send the house here. It's a play action, and we get the sack. Back at the 32 with Browning, but the problem is we didn't force a fumble, so they can kick the field goal, and this would be it if they make it. We got to call a timeout. Just hope they miss. There's 40 seconds left here. Obviously, the game cannot be tied, so we got to hope that they miss this field goal and we can come down and score our own. Come on, guys. In overtime, we forced ourselves back into this game, and they make it right down the middle. Right down the middle, and that is the game. You know, I should be feeling bad for our younger players because they played so well in this game and they did not get rewarded ultimately with winning the Super Bowl. But I think I feel worse for our veterans who, you know, don't have many years left in this league, and this is their opportunity to win a Super Bowl. And I feel worse for our fans for not finishing off this Super Bowl run with the trophy. But getting to this point was huge for this franchise. And obviously the next goal is to come out here next time and actually win the Super Bowl. We had a lot of different players come up and make huge plays for this team, but we fell just short of a field goal. In the game, Kirk Cousins, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Tom Brady with 3 TDs and 2 picks for 400 passing yards almost. Rushing, Miles Sanders, 10 carries for 50 yards. Ramondre, only 8 carries in the game. Cordarrelle with 6 carries for 4. Receiving-wise, Jameson coming up huge for our team. 9 catches, 166 yards. A crucial 2-point conversion. The touchdown. Devontae Smith having a huge game himself. 5 catches for 140 yards and 2 TDs. Gerald Everett playing well. Our next highest receipt... Wait, is that for real? So Jameson had 9. And after that, Julio had 4 for 58. Cooper Kupp with only 1 catch for 1 yard. That was the touchdown that got us to that 2-point conversion situation. He only had 1 catch in the game. That is very surprising. Defensively, leading the way in tackles, Kenneth Murray Jr. and Christian Harris. Having our only 1 sack of the game on the last play before the field goal was Baron Browning. So not getting any pressure on Tom in that game. 2 interceptions, 1 from Tariq Woolen, 1 from Patrick Surtain. And we had 1 forced fumble from Christian Harris, which they ended up recovering. After a deflating Super Bowl loss by 3 points, can't hang our heads too low because, well, my contract was extended, so that's good. But we're going to come back again, and obviously another year with some really great players on this team. We have an opportunity to come back and get ourselves back in the Super Bowl, but you never know what happens on any given year with injuries and with progression and regression of certain players. So thank you guys so much for watching. It was nonetheless a very exciting Super Bowl going into overtime. Ultimately losing to Tom Brady and TJ Watt and the Chargers was a heartbreaker in OT. But thank you guys so much for watching. And next episode, we will go through the offseason, looking at potentially signing free agents and the NFL draft. Thank you guys, and peace.